Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you. I am recording this before I do my FNAF stream. For those watching this in hindsight, probably a good laugh. But today, as in the title, I am visiting my girlfriend, and she in Chicago, and she has a gigantic thing of Lindor Truffles here with 5 separate flavors, and I'm only familiar with the milk chocolate and the white chocolate because those were the only ones that were available at the Barnes & Nobles by my house that I went to occasionally as a kid. Now, for most of you, you probably are familiar with Lindor Truffles being the things that your mama eats, the nice chocolates you weren't allowed to eat when people were over, or there were the things that were like hanging out at Barnes & Nobles or Borders back when Borders was still a thing. And today I'm going to be reviewing 5 separate flavors, and unfortunately, they don't really. They do tell you what they are on the side, but it is kind of hard to see. And I'm going to be using 2 Capri Suns in a cup of water as my palate cleanser, just to make sure I'm able to wipe away the flavor of each Lindor truffle appropriately because they are sticky. But let's get into this, shall we? Nothing if not professional recorders over here. This is a professional channel by experienced reporters and content creators, and I absolutely am not going to be doing it in the second run through of this because I am lazy. So we're going to start with the hazelnut, what is described as the hazelnut Nocolia, and it is in this little orange. I know I should probably turn this particular light off because, whew, I am blown the fuck out with my pasty white skin. It is an orange-ish color. I am using a laptop camera, not my normal 4K camera, because that's been broken. I've been using a mediocre camera at home, but somehow this camera is even worse than the mediocre camera at home. Here it is. Definitely can smell the hazelnut and chocolate. That is absolutely poignant here. Here's the wrapper all by itself. It was a hazelnut Nocolia, Noccioiola. We'll see how this tastes. Turn it inside. Now, hazelnut for me is a hit or miss type of thing. Alright. Little crunch there. Maybe, I don't know if I'm tweaking, but maybe there's some little pieces of hazelnut in there. Yeah. Not bad. I think that's a solid baseline. Out of 10, I think that's a 5 out of 10. Average. Like that hazelnut, that's just fine. No hate, nothing negative to say about it, but it's aight. Moving on, we have this red one. And this red one is I don't know. Does it have a descriptor on the side whatsoever? I think this might be the original. Comes in a deep red wrapper, which is a little more pronounced on the camera when I bite into it. Yeah. That's the traditional milk chocolate. Good. Unique. You know, whenever I think of a Lindor truffle, this is what I think of. I'll probably put this at like a 6. No. I'm at 6. And the reason I put it as a 6 is because it, again, an average flavor. Nothing extravagant. But, some of my less negative memories of my childhood involves going to the bookstore, Barnes & Noble, so I got no hate on that. But yeah, it's just extra point just for, nostalgia's sake. Moving on, we have the coconut. It comes in a nice light blue wrapper. Now, I will say I am a sucker for coconut. I love coconut. The best gelato I ever had was in the walled city of Lucca, Italy. Had a little hole in the wall stand buried behind festival equipment from weeks before. I will never be able to go back to that place and have it again, but it was the best fucking gelato I ever had in my life. Coconut gelato, to be specific, hence the relation here. I don't think I said that, but yes, this is the coconut flavored. It's a white center, keeping in line the coconut. And it's like your typical artificial coconut flavoring. I like the artificial coconut flavoring. I mean, natural coconut's obviously amazing, but this is totally servable. I'm biased, but it's my fucking channel. Who gives a shit? Give it an 8 out of 10. You know, highest I think these Lindor Truffles are gonna go. Why is it the highest I think these Lindor Truffles could go? Well, the Lindor Truffles, first of all. And second, only some of the best chocolate I've ever had in my life is a 9 or a 10. And as good of a treat as these are in their comfort food, I don't think they're going to eclipse some of that, sadly. But, moving on, we have dulce de leche. I think that's like cream of milk or something, or something along those lines. I failed Spanish very much back in high school. I didn't take Spanish. I survived it. Not to say that it's not a beautiful language with a beautiful people with a superior culture to the land that colonized them, but by God, I was not prepared to learn a new language. I as much as I'd love to, I like coding and trains. My autism was not going for learning new language is easy type of autism, unfortunately. But the dulce de leche comes in a nice golden wrapper. And we're going to take a look at the inside. A very caramel creamy. It tastes like Werther's. It tastes like the little wrapped candies that your grandmama keeps in their purse. Yeah. It tastes like a Werther's. Honestly, I'd rather just have a Werther's, if I'm being honest. And creaminess is a texture that I'm can't say I'm a fan. Nah. That's definitely like a 2 or 3 out of 10. Not a fan. Sorry. And hopefully we'll be able to redeem here with the green packaged patasache pistachio. It's basically the pistachio filling, which, I've had. Why is it that whenever something is like pistachio flavored, it's always like, you know what it tastes like, but it never tastes like what pistachio flavors taste like, but they never taste like the nuts. And I don't know why. But I'm not complaining. Another white filling with a slightly green tint. I'm lying. Yeah. It's like pistachio. Definitely has more of the nuttiness. I'm actually impressed. See, normally, when I have pistachio-flavored stuff, like the Happy by my house, makes these wonderful muffins that are green, but they're pistachio muffins. They're delightful. But they don't taste like they don't taste like nuts. They just taste like pistachio. This has nuttiness to it. Oh, good. I like it. I know that they didn't use real pistachios for this, but I appreciate the attempt to at least fool us into thinking they did. 7 out of 10. Pistachio doesn't beat coconut in my book, but it's certainly good. 7 is good. Remember, 5 is average, 6 is above average, 7 is good, 8 is really good, 9 is best, and 10 is top of their field. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was my review of these specific Lindor Truffles. They're quite lovely. Honestly, if you're going to go with any of them, if I'm going to keep it broad, if you don't like if you want something standard, go hazelnut. If you don't like hazelnut, go for the original. Otherwise, you might if you like Werther's a lot, go for the dulce de leche. But I generally wasn't jiving with how they mix the flavors, but that's just me. But regardless, I appreciate you sitting through this pedantic, meandering video. I appreciate you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching. It is a pleasure to have you here on the channel. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. Please comment and fight with me or to let me know if you agree with me. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. Please subscribe if you want to stick around for longer. I appreciate you a bunch, and I will see you guys, next time. I gotta go make dinner for my girlfriend, and then I gotta get ready to stream. Have a good one, everybody.